Today is the last Super Tuesday in this year's presidential race.
Hillary Clinton has clinched the number of delegates needed for the Democratic nomination.
Florida remains in a state of emergency with the coming of Tropical Storm Colin. Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 7th, 2017. 2016. What am I doing? I don't know. Moving along. I'm Megan Judy.
And I'm Mike Carlson.
And I'm Tim Schmidt.
I changed the year.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
2017, I would be another year older, and I don't want to do that. Here's a look at our current conditions outside, and we do.
Hillary Clinton has clinched the number of delegates needed to be the Democratic Party's presumptive nominee. Clinton is making history, reaching the threshold last night with a combination of pledged and superdelegate votes. Her totals right now stands at 2,383. She's the first female nominee to represent a major political party in U.S. politics. Bernie Sanders held his final California campaign rally in San Francisco last night despite news of Clinton's declared nomination. Sanders continued to predict a win in California if supporters turn out to vote today. He pledged to continue his campaign until the July convention in Philadelphia. He still believes the strength of his poll numbers over Clinton. The last known living 9/11 search dog has died in a Houston suburb at the age of 16. Brittany, a golden retriever, was euthanized Monday. Brittany was 2 years old when she and her handler, Denise Corliss, were part of the Texas Task Force 1 sent to the World Trade Center site. They spent 10 days at the scene searching rubble for human remains. Governor Nixon signed 7 new bills into law yesterday, one that furthers punishment for credit card theft after the break. Boone County Joint Communications is trying to take extra precautions for 911 call availability. KOMU 8's Rachel Lee found out how Joint Communications could be moving forward with an alternative call space to the new Boone County Emergency Center. Thanks, Rachel. Even teachers need a lesson every once in a while. KOMU 8's Meg Hilling is live outside the Department of Conservation Center with a look at what a conservation workshop is offering to teachers this summer. A task force will be looking at parking issues in downtown Columbia. Thanks to city council members, the task force will review the parking requirements in the newly proposed zoning code. It has 6 months to come up with recommendations. One council person is looking to change some parking rules.
Personally, I don't believe we should mandate residential building developers to include parking. I think it's fine for them to include parking if they feel they need it for their downtown residents. But a lot of downtown residents, especially students, don't have a car these days.
The mayor appointed 2 co-chairs for the committee, Scala and Councilman Michael Trapp. A story we've been following this morning as you've been waking up. Officials say 11 were killed when a police bus was targeted by a bomb attack in Istanbul. The bus was destroyed and the facade of a nearby building was also damaged. At the moment, no group is claiming the attack. Also in the Middle East, historic renovations continue on the tomb where some Christians believe Jesus was buried and rose from the dead. It is the first repair work done at the site in more than 200 years. The project is focused on reinforcing and preserving the ancient chamber, which houses Jesus' tomb in Jerusalem's Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It is estimated to cost $3.3 million.
Hostess Snack Company is recalling products.
Residue of a common food allergen is the main concern. The company says it's not enough to cause an allergic reaction. More restaurants are looking to lose the tips. An American Express survey found that about 18% of surveyed restaurant professionals said it's already adopted a no-tip policy, and nearly 30% are planning to make the move in the near future. Some restaurants raised wages for employees by raising the prices of menu items. American Airlines will reward its customers based on dollars spent rather than miles flown. The change matches the reward programs of its competitors like Delta Airlines and United Airlines and begins on August 1st. Elite status members of America's A Advantage frequent flyer program will earn bonus miles for each dollar spent. Do you remember when Oprah gave $7 million worth of cars? HBO comedian John Oliver might have one-upped her when he gave 9,000 people's medical debt totally away for nearly $15 million. His tweet after buying the debt said, "Your move, Oprah." Oliver says his goal when purchasing the debt was to show how easy it is for companies to buy debt away. A North Georgia man says he's being forced to remove a Civil War display from his front yard.
Kevin Smith says he's had the memorabilia in his yard for 3 years and has no plans to take them down. Kate Smith reports. Smith says he has no plans of removing the display or leaving his home.
Based on the notice he was provided, it's not clear when the display has to be removed or what the housing authority plans to do if he does not remove the display. China is promising today to lessen the amount of steel it's flooding into global markets, but one area of disagreement, China's aluminum sector. The U.S. and its allies say the maneuver by China is hurting foreign competitors and threatening jobs. This comes as the U.S. Treasury Secretary and Secretary of State met with Chinese leaders today. The talks have been overshadowed by tensions over China's claim to virtually the entire South China Sea. For his part, China's president says his country is open to reforms and will work on openness to the outside.